Okay, so it looks like we are live, and today I'm going to be setting up a React Native blog. So we're going to start by creating the React Native blog. I already installed the CLI, so I'm going to start typing the commands to create the blog. So in my root, I'm going to type in npx React Native, and I'm going to create a blog. So I'm just going to call it React native rn blog, and it's going to, actually I forgot, it's init and rn blog. So this is gonna install all the dependencies and everything needed in order to get started with React Native blog post. And so what is going to happen is it's just going to run through the process of acquiring all the like I said, necessary dependencies and whatnot. I already installed React Native CLI, and so now I'm just waiting for everything to start. And once all that is done, I'm going to basically I have to go inside that folder that I created. It's called rn blog, and from there we're gonna open it inside code, Microsoft Code. But we need this to start, and already open up my simulator over here. I'm gonna be using iOS, so like you see, this is already created. So I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna do cd rn blog, and I'm gonna see what's everything inside. Okay, so since everything is already, I'm gonna open it inside. No, I don't have that set up, so I'm gonna open it straight through, and I'm gonna go and look at my files, and I put it in here. I'm gonna look for that folder, rn blog, and I'm just gonna drag it into my studio. So now that we have this, you can see that all the scaffold is built. We have iOS, we have Android, here at the dependencies that we currently have. So there's not much to it. It's basically out of the box installation. And so we have React Native, React using the 17.0.2 version, React Native 0.67.4, which is the latest. So now I already know that I'm going to be using a few dependencies. So I'm going to add, it's called the navigation. And I'm gonna be using React navigation for that. I'm gonna show you real quick what that looks like. So this is where you go into to get the navigation. And so I'm gonna be using the 6.x, basically the latest. And I'm gonna follow on what and how to install it. So basically what it says is that, in order to install this dependency, you're just gonna type in this, or in my case, I'm just gonna copy it, and I'm gonna go into my Visual Studio. So I'm just gonna paste it real quick, and what's that gonna be doing is basically gonna be installing the dependency up here. So now that we have that, we have to pair it with my iOS device as well as the Android device. To do that, we run npx React Native link React navigation. Okay, so this is the first time I see this, so I'm gonna go into my my React Native links. Okay, so it's only React Native link. So what that does is basically it's going to link everything. Another thing that I have to do is go inside the iOS folder, and I'm gonna do a pod installation. So pod install. Basically, this adds in whatever I already updated, or the dependency that I installed. I wanted to make sure that this is available here. So with those being installed, and that's basically all I want to do right here, I'm gonna go back in to the place where I saved, where I initialized my my document. So I'm gonna go into that place, and I'm gonna open, oh my gosh, this is React Native, so rn blog, and I'm gonna go inside my iOS. I'm gonna click the workspace. You don't want to click this, you just want to go and open workspace. What this is going to do is going to open Xcode. So what that's going to be doing is we're going to basically open the project, and once the Xcode is open, it's going to allow me to open up or build the app for iOS, and it's going to be shown over here. So we're going to wait a little bit. It's okay, it looks like processing files. Then we're going to go, and we're just going to let it run, and there's nothing to it right now. It's just basically processing the files, you know, the dependencies and everything. In the past, I was able to do a iOS, I believe it was iOS, npm iOS, or npm run iOS, and basically it would let me generate the file and go in here, you know, and see it. But since I made some modifications into my workspace, it throws an error whenever I open it. I try to open it this way, so that's why I'm having it to open inside Xcode and then build it from here. But we'll see what happens, so you can see what to look for in case you run into this issue. And you can do, you know, you can basically open it from Xcode with no biggie. So we're just gonna let it run a little bit. It's still, you know, working, and what you can see is using the Xcode workspace, which is what we're opening in Xcode over here. This one is almost done, so I'm still gonna let it run. This one is still going. It might not even complete, and we can cancel it. I know it's gonna, you know, fail, but we're just gonna let it run just so you can see what's going on. Alright, come on. Okay, well, it is still going. This is what happens whenever you're coding live. So, you know, you have to wait and see and wait and wait. And that's what programming is like, you know, and you see a lot of places where they speed up the process and all this stuff. But no, they have to wait until everything is installed. There's no way to speed up the process or anything. This is live coding. This is what we go through, and once everything is done, you know, we can run things. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna, this is where you choose what you're gonna be using as a simulator. So since I already have this one open, you know, iPhone 13, I'm just gonna open it in the same thing, in the same simulator, so I don't have to reopen it. So what you're gonna see is gonna be a new icon over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and push play, and that's gonna be running it. So I'm gonna let it run for a little bit, and then it's going to be, opening right here. So run. You see all this yellow tags and everything. Those are just warnings from the dependencies and whatnot. I usually don't pay attention to them unless you see a red one, then it's not gonna be able to build. So once you see the red one, you have to read exactly what it says. Usually if you read it, you are you're done. You can solve the issue. So see this open already, and what we're waiting for is to see the actual app rendered. So, and it's still building. We're about to get it done. And once this is done, I'm gonna drop off, and then I'm gonna come back and show you everything else that we're gonna be doing. So as you can see, I already installed everything, all the components. This is good to go. This is ready. What you can do, to test it is you can go inside one of the files up here, and you can test. You can change the in the JSX. You can change some text just to see. It's like, hey, I'm working, and it is good. Save it, and there it is. I am working. It is good. All right, I'm gonna stop it for today, and I might come back again a little bit later on, just to give you another example and everything. So we're gonna be updating this page. We don't need any of this, and so we're gonna be updating it, and then see what we can do from there. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching, and come back. All right. Bye bye.